it going, guys? It's your boy Ignat here, back with another video on the 5-9 channel, and today we're going to be talking about the community reaction to the JP Global Duel Celebration and talk about why people are complaining, why you shouldn't be complaining, and all that good stuff. Choco, take it away.
Hello, it is I, Choco. So a few days ago, we gave out a tweet over here on a thing, or we put out a tweet saying, hey, so details for the celebration have been released. This was before the Super Saiyan 4s were in the news on Global. Do keep that in mind. A lot of the comments will be about that, but pretty much want to gauge your guys' reaction to the whole celebration. It's not super positive for a lot of the Global players, which I'd assume a majority of the replies to this tweet are, but you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
All right, so let's just kind of scroll down. We'll cut out, you know, a lot of this, I'm sure. Pretty much, we're going to go through all of them and keep in the main ones, but I guess we'll just alternate. You want to... I'll take the first one. Hope not. At this point, they would ruin JP. So the whole tweet is lining the celebrations up together. I guess, do you think that it would ruin JP if they line Global and JP up?
I think it'd be fine as long as it still celebrate the anniversary separately, because it would be kind of weird for Global to celebrate 7th year with JP, even though Global hasn't been out for 7 years, you know? But other than that, I don't see how it ruined JP. Cause they're probably talking about from the aspect of like, oh, JP gets things first or something like that, which realistically speaking, Global players shouldn't know about JP for the most part, because, you know, most of the people off of YouTube and stuff like that have never even heard of JP version, besides like a couple times it's mentioned in the news maybe. But like most of the stuff they do, I feel like they do without thinking that Global players know about JP, because realistically speaking, like us, the YouTube people, the Twitter people are like probably like the top 10% of the community that actually know about this stuff, and the other 90% of the players don't know about like JP Global differences and stuff like that, right?
There's been, gotcha, I forget which one that celebrates both anniversaries. I know there's a couple that do it. Can you think of any off the top of your head that celebrate the Global and JP anniversary pretty much?
Blazing. And that was
Oh yeah, true. Well, I mean, yeah,
but they're only like a week apart,
like,
so.
Yeah, there was another gotcha that did that, even though they were like a good ways where they'd say like, it's the anniversary on the JP celebration, so here Global, here's the thing. They could do that, which would be better for the game overall, I feel. It would probably be different content, and really, Global could be having, you know, whatever their normal celebration is, and then give it like 25, 50 stones for the JP version, and then give like one EZA. Like say JP got 8 for their anniversary, give like one of the free-to-play EZAs to Global for their anniversary, and then they get the other 7 at anniversary. I think that's how they could go about it, like vice versa with Global and JP. JP could celebrate Global's thing, but next up we have, if they're going to keep the half the events and important attention grabbing details away from Global, keeping them distance the same as they were previously, then I see no point in it. I do agree if every celebration is shared, but Global's always getting half the content. At a certain point, we will probably be caught up in some way if every celebration going forward is shared celebration. But yeah, I agree. Like, if every Global celebration has half the content, that's not really a shared celebration. It just is a problem where Global was 6 months behind, and that's only a couple. We're missing, what, Trunks and Goten, Videl, Tapion, and the Year 6 units, I believe?
Yeah, that'd be like... That's obviously having the favorite child. You give the favorite child their own full personal cake. You give the little brother you don't like so much like a single slice. That's what that basically is.
Poor Global, man.
Yeah, I don't think they should.
Let's see what other...
I definitely don't think I don't think they should keep doing it if they're going to just give Global like not even half of what JP is getting. Because at that point, it's just banners or like 2 EZAs or something like that, and it's like, well, what's the point?
I will say though, one thing to keep in mind is Global did get ESBR, which we should have had a long time ago, but I know Gail has mentioned on stream. JP's also been waiting 8 months for new stages. Global has it. I did mine in like under 24 hours, and total playtime was like maybe 2. So it's nice to have it. I'm glad we did. But that Goku, I don't really have any difficult content to use him and the Gohan in. So, you know, yes, it's good to finally have it, but I would take ESB over the 4 EZAs any day. The Giru, Gohan, and Pan,
Grandpa Gohan,
Trunks, and LRB Pan EZA is really, really good. I wish Global got that one. We might still... There's a chance, I doubt it, because we'd have to get the other ones for EZA event. We'll get it at some point, but that does hurt. Let's just keep going on. This one says a Global Chef already translated it.
No, because it didn't make the celebrations the same. I mean,
yeah,
I knew from I knew from frame 1 they weren't going to be the same celebration, because I don't think they've ever had like the same exact copy paste celebration of both, have they? Like, there's usually at least like 1 or 2 differences. But granted,
Worldwide Celebration would probably be the closest, but I think there's probably some difference, maybe? I'm not actually sure.
yeah, this is, I don't know. I don't know why people expect it to get the same exact thing as JP. I know it's kind of like it shouldn't be this way, but that's just how it is. Because like if no, I'm not going to get into that. Let's just keep going.
But yeah, I do agree. Like, we should have had everything but Baton Battle, especially the EZAs. We all have those units on Global. Why could Global have not have gotten it? But
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, here. This is actually was a really good point. The missions on Global want you to do EZAs. That was before the Super Saiyan 4s, and I don't believe the missions count for the free-to-play ones, but it's still, you know, the content we're getting has our stamina. Oh yeah, and there actually was a thing for using stamina in the missions, I think 1,000? And the content they gave us was ESBR, which doesn't cost any stamina, and it's here for like a week. Or 2 weeks or something like that. So it's like, cool. Go link grind, basically, is what they're oh wait, here, I'm sorry, you can't actually see it in the I'm really zoomed in, I apologize. But yeah, the celebration's half-assed. There's missions on Global want you to do EZAs and use stamina, but we have no EZAs and content we're getting using their stamina. Yeah, they're saying go link level and get Zenny, basically, which, you know, that's a good reaction image to the whole celebration.
Yeah, which sucks to be Global because they recently had the game was practically unplayable for a week, and all they could do is link grind already. And now it's just like, oh yeah, link grind some more.
Yeah. We had like 2 months of link grinding. Also, is that really how the anime looks? Is that really how Vegito looks in the anime?
Yes, the Heroes anime looks really bad.
I do not like how Vegito looks.
Because it's more of a promotional anime, but so they don't put much effort into it.
But why does he look like he's psychotic? Anyways, let's go find the next. Okay, we can't include that.
For me, yes, it's a good thing for Dokkan to line up major celebrations together, with the anniversary being the exception. We already talked about that part. But one side not getting the content that the other is getting, the current banner can kill any and all hype that could have been had for players on a certain side. Again, this is current celebration, for example.
Yeah. So if like right now we do have shared banners, which is really cool, and Global actually got the better banners. Tapion, or sorry, not Tapion, Pycon and Janemba. Janemba's garbage. I do not know anybody who likes that card, Janemba. Pycon is really, really good, but Global got Tech Gohan and Golden Frieza. Much better units for Extreme and Super. So, I mean, no, I still have Gohan above Pycon. Pycon has a really, really good leader skill, but yeah, Global got the better banners, which is really hype for them. They still have the discounts. Unfortunately, no tickets like Global is used to, but yeah, the general thing seems to be, if you're not going to share the content, what the heck? I guess your thoughts on this
Yeah,
point.
which I can agree with, but like, well, we did make this before the Super Saiyan 4s were announced, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then never mind. I was gonna say, because they got the Super Saiyan 4s, which I think they could have threw B-Pan in there as well, but I think the Super Saiyan 4s was like the most exciting thing for me for this entire celebration, so I'm glad Global got that at least. But obviously not everyone is hyped for the same things as I am, so I can see why people are still complaining that they didn't get the other ones.
But if you're not hyped for the Super Saiyan 4 EZA, you're kind of weird.
Yeah, because like we've been
I'll
waiting.
just be honest.
It's them and Cooler. Everyone's been waiting for those because those are gonna be absolutely absurd when they get easy. Especially Cooler, bro. Cooler is gonna be insane. But yeah, so I think they definitely could have just added some other things. I feel like maybe
why not the free to play
So-
EZAs? It's so weird that we didn't get them.
I know it's a weird explanation for it. I feel like they might be if they did this after the 6th year, because 6 years where it really cranked up. That's when we started getting these banger celebrations back to back to back at JP. I feel like if they did this after the 6-year celebration for Global, they might have put more EZAs in. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the actual thought process is, and of course we'll never know because we can't talk to them, right?
Yeah, that's just like JP's had non-stop god tier celebrations, and Global is just kind of, the game was unplayable for like a week, and now we had like Pycon and Janemba, which really unhype, and the best thing we had was ESBR, which yeah, it's really, really good, but
JP has the super chat music in the Global like.
What?
You never saw those memes?
I don't even know what you're talking about, but
Okay, whatever.
let's move on to the next one. Global literally only got the banners on IDBH. These were supposed to be here practically a year ago, so that's not even a bonus. That's a bare minimum. If we're going to short Global for the celebration, they should have saved it for November. When did ESPN release it on Saiyan Day for JP?
I can't remember. It's been too long.
Get when it released, but yeah, we should have had it multiple celebrations ago. the reason they didn't, or we're assuming they didn't, was because now they're going to release them at the exact same time on Global and JP on Saiyan Day, which is good. Again, as we mentioned, do keep in mind, yes, we've been waiting for a long time, so has JP for new stages, because if you, like my account, right, I only spend maybe like $30 a month. At the absolute most, it's maybe like 10 to 15, and I was able to beat all the stages, because I decent lucky, I farm up all my units, stuff like that, so I'm done all of them now. I have my Goku Easy Aid, and now it doesn't matter if the stages are there or not. Yes, it was a lot of stones, pretty much like 80, something like that. 80, maybe 90, I think, something like that. Tenakai is good Easy A, but it's done. I'm also just waiting for the new stages. JP players have had that experience for 8 months now. So,
yeah, and to be fair, Global, I'd say, like, as it was maybe a shaft to have to wait so long, it's also kind of a good thing, because now you have Broly, and Broly just absolutely crushes those stages. Like, Global has a lot of units that JP didn't get yet that just absolutely annihilates those stages.
Yeah, I think Resurrected Warriors, this movie boss is one of them? Or it was Terrifying, it was, I forget what shit it was, but I think I used Broly in 3, and those stages were ridiculously easy, because Broly just demolished everything in his way. I mean, so, at least a lot of Global players who couldn't have even beat the stages 8 months ago now, like, say, Extreme, or Resurrected Warriors that you couldn't have been a few months ago. Now we have Frieza and Broly. You might have only been able to have beaten it recently anyways.
Yeah, like Broly's like the best unit in the game. He's good for like every game mode. And, like, he just crushes those stages so just effortlessly. Like, he's by far the best battle road unit. Like, no question.
Yeah. And I don't agree keep like saving it till November, because yes, while we didn't get stuff like B-Pan and the 3 other free-to-play, we at least had the units when they're relevant and hype, not in like, you know, 6 months when they're like, yeah, they're cool, but JP has already had Super Saiyan 4 Omega Shenron type thing, you know? Like, if we're gonna do this at the same time, and we had ESBR, they had EZAs, yes, again, they've already had ESBR, but it's new to Global, so it's new content, pretty much.
It's just, like, I know everyone's saying they don't hold back content for no reason. It's like a big issue, but it's like, we don't know if there was no reason. That's, like, I know it's a weird thing to say and try to justify, but like, we don't have contact with, they don't tell us anything about what they do. They don't tell us why they put certain units in categories. They don't tell us anything. They probably had like an actual, like, legitimate reason for not giving all the stuff to Global. We just don't know.
Yeah, their dev team is weird. Maybe they could also be incompetent, which is equally likely.
No point when the content is completely different. I can understand some things not being included, support memories and such, but most of this other stuff is just unacceptable, which I can agree with. For like I said, there's definitely, they have a reasoning for it, but like, you could at least throw B-Pan EZA in there. Like, that's not gonna hurt a thing. That would also help people with like some of the ESBR stages, I assume, because she's like the second best unit for Battle Road in general behind Broly, like by far. After the
Super Type and Hybrid Saiyans would benefit greatly from having her on there. And yeah, support memories, obviously, that's kind of the problem with Global being behind. So, new support memories in the stages, that's unfortunate. I think that a new stage, I'm not sure, but I think that the main thing Global is missing is what? Just the 4 EZAs?
Yeah, for the most part.
Not the Super Saiyan 4s, just the free-to-play ones.
They're just missing the Dragon Ball history and the EZAs.
Yeah, and the history will drop with Anniversary, so, you know, yeah, we have that to look forward to. And then, for the final one, to wrap up this video, I haven't answered any question. I do think Dokkan is making the attempt to line up the celebrations, but the way they do it is not well, and it's not a good thing. They line up the banner drops, but not so much as when it comes to content. My question is in part 2, do you think it'll be better off to leave the celebrations other than worldwide to their own respective versions, JP and Global, separate, and do not do combined celebrations? I think Global is, we've been doing this for like 5 years, where we've like, oh, are they catching it up? This is the closest they have ever been. I know, again, we've been saying that for 5 years, but this really is the closest we're only, yeah. Igna doesn't think they are. I hope they do, but it is Global. They could easily put us in a drought for like 3 months and give JP so much to do. But I do think, I hope that they do catch the versions up completely, because now what we share worldwide, we share this one, Saiyan Day, I think, and like another celebration, I forget which one, but if, say, JP gets a celebration during Global's anniversary, celebrating Global's anniversary, and then Global gets one, I I do think they probably will line up the versions completely at that point, but I do like combining the banners. I do think that is probably the most important part, because the whole appeal of Dokkan is playing with your new units. So even if the content's not all there, I would take having the units when they're relevant and new on both versions. I guess your thoughts on, would you rather them hold back the units and then give all the content at once, or most of the content? Yeah,
because like this is the thing with global as well, which is another like downside to people knowing JP exists. Is there's like, oh, save for anniversary, and then like when the anniversary does comes, like, oh well, those units are outdated, here's the better units, save for them now instead, and stuff like that. So I like it better when they do come out at the same time, and I think that them syncing up is just not happening, because like we've literally been saying that for 6 years now, that oh, they're syncing up, oh, it's happening, fellas, and then the global just gets fucking mollywop, bro. There's no, you know, I just don't think it's ever gonna happen. But I would prefer them to have the units and just less of the content, because at least, like I said, at least y'all get in the Super Saiyan 4 Easy Ace and you got the battle route stages. It's better than just getting the banners and literally nothing else.
One thing we completely forgot to mention was the Shadow Dragons. The Shadow Dragons are coming to JP, and it does not appear they're coming to Global. That is one thing that we did not know when making this tweet. That's really unfortunate. They should be coming to Global.
I disagree, because the thing is, those units are already so hard to rainbow. It would be beneficial for Global because you'd be able to get it before they're like a little bit power cut, I guess. I don't know. But like the issue is, you already have so many units. I highly doubt anyone has all the Battlefield units rainbow to Global already. So like them,
unless you played original Battlefield all the way through every time, the whole 3 times as a round or whatever,
which was literally impossible unless you modded. So
yeah. So yeah, the Shadow Dragons, I guess, will actually be what finishes off. I think Global should get them because they're the only GT bosses lead, because for some reason Rildo is not even a 120 leader. That's kind of weird. So at least Global could have run that category. There is still a chance, I feel, maybe, that they could do it. I don't think JP's had their reset for Battlefield, but I'm not holding out too much hope. But it would be really nice if Global got it. At least give us the option to buy the unit so we can run the team, because maybe your favorite unit is Omega Shenron, the S tier one, and you want to run him, like the Technova, Oceanus, and then these guys. You can at least do that, but for some reason Global is just not giving that option. We can't even rainbow Bobbity and Boo, or Deborah, or whatever. Yeah, Bobbity and Deborah. I think we're still missing 2 copies over on Global, so I don't know. Global's kind of weird. Any closing thoughts on the celebration, because we've been through good chunk of the comments. Not everyone, unfortunately. Heroes didn't make it in. We'll probably do these for any other controversial celebration, but yeah. Any final thoughts?
I can see the complaints. I don't think it's the end of the world like some people make it out to be. You're still getting something. The units are still relevant, and the game's not seeking up. That's pretty much my closing thoughts.
Rip Shadow Dragons on Global. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Take it up like this, yo.